What's up? Welcome to the Tedeschi Trucks podcast. This is episode number 57, and I am Adam Choit. To follow this show, it's at Tedeschi Trucks podcast on Instagram, and I am at Adam Choit on Instagram if you want to follow me. And it's the same on Twitter, at Adam Choit. And of course, I have no affiliation with the band. This is not an official podcast for TTB or anything. I am just a fan, and if you're listening, I'm guessing there's a good chance that you might be too, so please be sure to subscribe and give the show a positive review on iTunes. Doing those things is definitely helpful. So, these days with TTB not on the road, despite them returning very soon to the road, they've been raising money to help their crew. And the band has set up a fundraiser page at givebutter.com/TTB. And there are still auctions and raffles and all sorts of things going on. So please check those out as well at Tedeschi Trucks Band Fans or Tedeschi Trucks Band Family and Friends. Those groups on Facebook. You can see all the raffles and auctions and things to help the band and crew raise money until they get back on the road again. And again, givebutter.com/TTB or /TTB, givebutter.com/TTB to support the band and their crew. But for today's episode, I'm once again joined by a teenage guitar player and the fellow behind the All Things Allman Instagram page, Georgia's own Connor Autry. The subject of episode 12 of this podcast, Connor and I catch up, talk nearby historic Macon, and of course, get into slide guitar and blues music, talking Derek, Duane, talking Muddy, talking Albert King, and more. So let's just get started. Here's Connor Autry. Okay, so it's good to see you today, Connor Autry. Thank you for joining me on Zoom here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, how you holding up? Down in Georgia, right?
Yes, sir. I'm holding up, for sure.
That's good. I appreciate you turning the AC down for me for podcast audio, because I know it's May. It's not August at Georgia heat yet. Does it get it's unbearable in the summers?
Well, we'll see, because I think there's a vent loose under my house or something like that, and so it's like extra hot in my room and at some places in the house, but
yeah, you as a former guest of the show, I want to kind of like catch up. Like, what have you been up to like during this crazy time? Have you been in school? Because at first I thought you were not. I thought you were older than you were, but you're like you're a teenager, are you not?
Yeah, I'm 17.
Yeah, what is high school like? You've been doing from home? Like, what is the hell's going on down there? When did
I was virtual all this year.
Virtual all this year.
And, midway through, well, all right. So I should start at the start of the school year, because of COVID, and we had a choice. I think most people did, whether to go back to actual school or not. And I said, well, no, I'll just do it online. Also, my stepdad and my mom are high risk, apparently. And so I said, all right, I'll just do it. I'll just do school online. Well, then, I don't know, a month or two in it, I was like, yeah, no, this ain't for me. And so I kind of just gave up. I mean, I don't know. That sucks. I hate giving up on things, but I just couldn't do it. It was way too many assignments in a day. And then so fast forward to the second semester, it was like I was like, maybe it's just me, And so I tried again. It was like a week or two into it, and I was like, no, it's not just me. It's terrible. I can't do this. I'm not learning anything. Got to look up half my answers. They're not teaching well, besides that. And so I guess I just kind of gave up again. Yeah. Again, I hate giving up, but
So you're not going? Are you going back to in-person
Yeah,
school or
yeah.
like you?
I'm going back to actual school.
So how is that giving up? That's not giving up. That's just
Well, yeah, okay.
the online thing didn't work
It
out
was
for
just
you, and that
right.
might not
Didn't work
entirely
out.
be your fault. Like people learn in different ways and whatnot. Like
Yeah,
I mean, public school, I think, can often try for a one size fits all curriculum, and people learn in different ways at different rates, and one-on-one attention, or at least in-person attention, can
yeah. That's
better
what it is,
address
really.
that.
Right, because that in person helps me out a lot. Just is how I learn.
Right, for sure. It's you can learn by watching and by listening. It's just it's a whole different thing. The interacting, you learn, probably remember things better from listening. So that's cool. You're not giving up. Whatever the online thing, then whatever.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
skeptical of the how it was presented and whatever. Anyway, but that aside, what about the is that you're doing okay though, and your family and friends and everyone's doing okay down there in general?
Yeah, yeah. We're solid. I think I can speak for us all. Yeah.
That's cool.
We're
That's good to hear. And what about music? What kind of music have we been listening to and whatnot these days?
everything really. I mean, I've dug deeper into the Allman Brothers and who they were inspired by and who they were inspired by. So you go all the way back. Who Derek Trucks was inspired by and who BB King was inspired by, and all of the guys.
That's awesome. You're
That's something I really enjoy doing. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Just
don't know. I
digging
just
deep.
love to hear stuff like that from really anyone. My favorite conversations are just literally about music or about the musicians who created the music, and something about the the process or whatever, the story behind what led to the music.
Right.
It's so much fun. That's why I'm doing this, man.
Yeah. That's a neat thing.
Yeah, I want to dive more into the Allman Brothers, and there's books and texts and music that I haven't even really scratched the surface of. I feel like that's going to be like part of my journey on this podcast, is to really dive deeper and make it not, of course, Tedeschi Trucks as well, and always really bring it back to Tedeschi Trucks in some way. But I think part of that is diving deeper on into Allman Brothers music and the history behind it. I'm reading some books right now about them. So it's been
Yeah.
fun just learning more about their crazy stories, because I feel like I don't know, I guess a casual time Allman Brothers fan knows so much about the band and everything. It's like, oh yeah, I know that story, but it's like a lot of this stuff is new to me. Like, what have you found out about, diving deeper into the history of the Allman Brothers that maybe surprised you, or that you're like, wow, I didn't know that kind of thing?
It's just mainly little things like how the roadies were and felt at that time, or how like I read Greg's book not too long ago, like only a month or two ago, and he goes into the details with Cher, and I can't think of really any right now, but a lot of it I was like, wow, like it's not like in articles that you read. It's not like that. It's a lot deeper, you
Right,
know.
right. You feel like you were there, and that's something that's happening more like for me as I was, going through the Mad Dogs and the all Mad Dogs and the Englishmen uh, music, and Linda Wolf's photo book of the tour in 1970. You felt like you're there, and I'm reading Kim Payne's book right now, the Allman Brothers roadie, and I feel like I'm like experiencing those stories again, and we're experiencing those experiences. Like it connects you on like a deeper level that I didn't really think was, I guess,
That's how
possible. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. I like nostalgic things. And I guess being from around Macon, the Allman Brothers are are a big nostalgic thing for me and makes me feel like I've been there or I was there, you know, and all the
Yeah.
stories. Uh, which is weird though because recently I really haven't had that feeling. It's just been more of a for like my page. It's been more of a okay, yeah, that's pretty cool, and then type a paragraph and then search some. I haven't really had the. I guess because it's older. It's older to me. I'm used to it. I'm like, oh yeah, that happened. You know what I mean? So, but
I think you'll find that feeling again in some capacity, and maybe this podcast could even like helps in some way, like recapture that. Because like I'm for me, like I think the like those feelings are real, like that those feelings of nostalgia and those feelings of like just being more connected to the music and interconnected to the music. And a lot of these guys have like passed at this point. So like
yeah,
something about you,
which
the music
sucks.
connecting you to even like beyond what we even know potentially, like just that small possibility makes this, just diving deeper into the Allman Brothers world that much more magical. So I don't know. It's been pretty magical for me. Like even if it's not been like I don't know. No, it's been good on my end. And what
But
about your music? What have you been playing these days?
Albert King licks, to be honest.
That's cool.
Even on slide, yeah. Man, I love Albert King. I guess
Yeah.
like what we
Who
were just
doesn't?
talking about, getting deeper and who inspired them and who inspired them. Like with Stevie Ray Vaughan. You know, I've known about him my whole life because we had the same birthday. I think I mentioned that in last podcast. Maybe not, but um, then I learned about who inspired Stevie Ray Vaughan, and it was Albert King. And you can hear those same licks in Albert's playing, and you're like, oh, that's where he got that from. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
but Albert, he was a man with attitude, that's for sure. His
Yeah.
playing and his yeah.
You don't sing.
Well, I did in chorus. It's been a while. I sing like the songs I really, really feel.
Oh
A lot
yeah.
of the Allman Brothers. A lot of there's a song by Pearl Jam actually, uh, called Black. For a while, I really, really was feeling that song. Uh, yeah, but I mean, I don't sing too serious,
Yeah.
too
Tell me
serious.
tell me again about like your guitar journey, because you're 17 and you've been playing for a few years now, and you've mostly been playing you play a lot of slide guitar and love like of the Allman Brothers and Duane and Derek and all that. But how did that all, like, I guess just living in Macon? And when did you start again? When you were like 12 or something, I think you said, or was it
About 4 years ago,
about 4 years ago? 13, yeah.
after Greg Allman's passing, and that's also why I started my page. But yeah, I don't know what made me start. It was just a weird, weird feeling. I mean, it was a weird but good feeling. You know what I mean? Like, because I was heartbroken, and I guess maybe I'm using that word a little different, but not exactly heartbroken, but
No, I think you're using it correctly, or
really,
you're at least partly experiencing those kinds of heartbroken feelings or something like that.
yeah, yeah, because of Greg's passing, and I looked at I just had this like $60 guitar or whatever sitting in my room, and I was like, well, I never played that guitar. I've had it since I was 9 years old. I was 13 at this time. I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna pick it up and try. I picked it up, and there was this Derek Trucks tribute to Greg, and it was "Ain't Wasting Time No More," and I was really feeling it. I picked up a slide. I kept bothering my stepdad. That's what it was, about a slide. And I was like, come on, I just want to try it. He was like, man, I can't even play slide. I was like, man, come on now. And eventually he was like, all right, I found my old slide from like, 10 years ago, whatever. So he gave me the slide for the next few days I was on. I've been on since, you know, and I was that Ain't Wasting Time No More tribute, I guess. I was feeling crazy heartbroken. So yeah, I guess I am using that pretty correctly.
Yeah, that song's awesome.
I
That's
don't think I've felt it was almost like a spiritual feeling,
of course it is. It's real. Those feelings are real because like that, those feelings, like you felt them. You're
like
going,
that since, I don't think.
damn. But it was so
Yeah.
strong that
But I
it
mean,
like
I love playing, just it wasn't that strong and it
right.
hasn't since. It was just that's when I realized I loved playing, I guess.
Yeah, it was a jolt of inspiration that
Yeah.
encouraged you to play guitar, but not only play guitar, start all these pages like you had because the page has evolved a little bit, I guess. What's
Yeah.
the chronology of the page? First, it was Duane or Allman. Like, tell me
First
the
it was
history.
official first it was official Duane Allman. Then people wanted me to change it because I'm not, official or whatever.
Right. I learned a lot of lessons the hard way. Like you don't like you don't know. Like it's you're not I know you're not trying to infringe
Yeah.
on
Yeah. And then I
anything.
was like, all right, fine. So I changed it to Dwayne Skydog Allman, which is still pretty official, I think, an official name. And then I was like, well,
It's called a fan
I
page.
don't
You
know.
just got to call it fan
Yeah.
page or something, basically.
Yeah. And then I said, all right, well, I'm not Dwayne. And I don't want to like act like I'm Dwayne or nothing like that. Not that people will get it confused, but I just don't want to act like I'm Dwayne. I want people to like my content because it's me, you know?
Yeah.
Not
And
because
for the content for the content itself, because it's good stuff that you like and want to share.
right, right. And then I changed it to All Things Allman, and it's been that pretty much since.
Yeah, that sounds more like a fan page. I think that's good. Like yeah, that's why I'm unofficial Tedeschi Trucks podcast. That won't confuse anyone. But I do sometimes just call it Tedeschi Trucks podcast for short. I will say that.
Yeah,
But like officially, the official name, like on the
yeah. I
logo.
mean, you might as well be the official Tedeschi Trucks podcast. I don't think there's anybody else out here with a podcast like yours. Is
Well,
there?
I appreciate the endorsement from you, but that's not ultimately up to me. But tell me about like what because I mean that's amazing that you created these pages and I see that you give credit to the photographers when you use images.
Yeah.
If you know you're able to hunt down that's another thing that of course I've learned, and it's another thing, but just podcasting and social media, music world, it's like, always trying to respect other people's creative endeavors and go about things the right way. It's been a journey for me too, but that's cool that you like took the initiative to do all that, to just start this thing that people follow and are into, and you're always sharing cool content. Like, tell me about like, is it a pain in the ass to post all this stuff, or you love it, or like, tell me
Man,
like what's the early days, the work, like what went into it, what went into it, the early days, your thoughts, kind of.
at first, when I first, freaking set up my password and set up the account and all that, it was first just, oh, that picture's pretty cool. Post that, and post this without any info or nothing. It was just my thoughts of a picture, and I guess people liked it. I don't know. I don't myself looking back. I don't even like those pages that just post a picture without really any. Like anybody can do that. I feel like so make it different.
Yeah, your captions are good. They're you know give you good info, and background, and stories, and facts.
Yeah, but be different. Be a teacher to the people, I guess. Like carry on the legacy. How about that? Something, there's ideas out there, and I guess eventually that caught on. I caught on to that, and yeah,
That's good. That's good. That's the right attitude. And there's a bunch of them out there, like real, especially in terms of even specifically the Allman brothers. Like there's a whole circle of you guys out there, and you're right
yeah.
in the heart of the history of them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you ever experience anything like supernatural related to the Allman brothers?
Not beside. Do you hear my brother?
Did he ever experience anything
I mean,
supernatural?
nah. I mean, like, can you hear my brother like
A
yelling?
little bit, but that's okay.
Okay, all right. You can cut this part out.
No, it's all good. It's funny.
All right. Uh, I don't think I have. I mean, besides the supernatural quote unquote feeling
Right,
that I
right,
experienced
right, right,
when I
right.
first started playing guitar, um,
That's magic too, though. It's all magic. It's all magic in a sense, though, isn't it?
yeah, I guess.
It's a
I
kind
guess so.
of, it's a kind of, it's a kind of magic.
Yeah, yeah.
And what about the playing? What's the most challenging aspect of playing specifically slide guitar besides everything? Right hand, left hand.
Uh, nah. I've always had. That is the least challenging part to me. But I think the challenging part of how I want to play is how I want to play it, and
Right.
is figuring out where you want to go and what you want to learn, and like right now, I really want to get better at vocal lines. You know what I mean, with slide like Derek Trucks does.
Sure.
But if you were just a player trying to play Duane Allman parts, that'd be the most. I guess that'd be the most challenging, wouldn't it? Is trying to figure out what he does, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's fun though to try to do that for sure. Why don't you want to play something or show us something? What do we got?
If it's bad, cut it out. But all
Oh yeah, we can do takes.
right, yeah. Oh yeah, I got a red SG. I mean, people listening can't see it, but
Is that a Gibson or an Epiphone? What do we got here?
an Epiphone. But
That's okay. I won't tell
my
anyone.
yeah,
It's a podcast.
right. Um, like when I mentioned Albert King though earlier, I guess I've incorporated his licks into my playing a little bit. And
That's
who knows?
cool.
Maybe Duane Allman did too. Maybe Derek Trucks does too. But uh,
Yeah, that's cool.
I can't think of much else of what I've been trying to play.
Hey, you play whatever you want.
That's really all I got right now.
That's cool. That's cool. You are a
Putting
young
that
man though. I was like, do you ever think about like, because what am I going to sound like when I'm 19? What am I going to sound like when I'm 23? When I'm 28, you know what I'm going to sound like playing slide? You ever think about stuff like that?
I don't think I really think like that. I
Yeah.
think I just take it day by day and getting better. And whenever it's said and done with, I can look back. But I'm on a mission right now, so
Yeah, well, that's why I'm thinking about it because, like, I know, at least as far as I understand, you play fair, you play pretty regularly. So you're going to get better. And just the fact that you're so young and started so young, like, makes me excited to follow your musical journey and hear where you're going to go and like whatnot, like get you in a band or
I
something
mean,
like that, get you
oh
singing,
yeah.
find you a singer at some point.
I mean, I think I got one in my brother. He's mentioned it a few times. Hey, if you ever start a band,
There you go. I'm going to manage your band.
really.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It's my side hustle that I'm not qualified to do at all. But that's okay.
I mean, what did old bands do? They just stuck. Hey, you're my friend. You be our band manager or whatever, didn't they? Like
I think
I
so.
don't I don't know how true this is,
That's how it happens.
but Leonard Skinner and their what was it their band manager or their road manager but he was a friend of theirs. So I mean it could be the same thing.
Right. What else? What else should we cover? What else? I mean, I'll give you the floor to either if you want to play something, you want to talk more TTB, you want to talk more Derek, talk more almonds. Uh,
Oh well, I wanted to tell you. I don't know. It was probably like 2019. Like I think it was November 2019. I don't know how true that is, but Derek became an honorary sheriff in my town. I'm outside of Macon. I'm not in Macon exactly. I'm about 15, 20 minutes away. But he became an honorary sheriff in the uh, county of Jones County.
right. And
So I
that's
thought that was pretty cool.
that's your
I don't
county.
know. Yeah, yeah. I go to Jones County High School, so
Yeah.
but I don't know if you ever knew that. So
You know what you should do if you ever get into some trouble and you need someone to help you, you call up you call up Derek, you tweet at TTB or something like that. Call the
yeah, they
sheriff,
probably
bring in the sheriff.
right. They probably wouldn't ever respond to that, but how cool
Yeah.
would that be?
Honorary sheriffs don't have any authority, real authority, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can I write a story about that? That's kind of funny to me. Honorary
Oh,
sheriff like starts solving crimes like some kind of vigilante type thing. You've inspired me. No one steal that idea, by the way.
I know I saw Derek Trucks. I found this at the fall of last year, and it was a Muddy Waters track that they edited Derek onto. Man, it sounded good.
Who's
I don't know
they?
what. I guess the record label or whoever, but
Oh,
like Derek covered. It was us. Was it Still a Fool? You know what song I'm talking about?
yeah. That's a
It
good.
was.
So the Stones have done that a lot. I mean, everyone has done that.
It was a
I
song
think
Muddy Waters originally did, but they edited Derek Trucks onto that original track. I guess
I'm gonna
had
have
his
to look
voice.
that up.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it was on the Muddy Waters 100 album. So
That's
yeah, it's
cool.
really good. Yeah, there was like appearances from Johnny Winter and uh, other people, but
Sweet.
that yeah, the album was back in like 2013 or something like that. And I'm just now learning about it. I'm like, what? Hold
Yeah,
on.
no, I'm gonna look that up.
For a while,
I haven't heard that.
for a
That
while,
sounds awesome.
I was jamming to that song.
I'm going to
It's a
be.
pretty
I'm guessing.
yeah, yeah. It
Sweet.
was a pretty slow song that I learned the lyrics to in like 5 minutes because I'm the
Uh,
boss.
Is that so?
It was like it was something like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
And yeah, it was the bomb.com, man.
Yeah, I quit playing slide guitar because I was like, no, it's not happening. It's not happening for me.
Yeah. Yeah, you either have it or you don't have it.
Yeah, I was like, no, but it did make me think more about some right hand techniques. Just the thought of playing more on one string, and incorporating that into my playing, and wanting to make vocal quality sounds other ways with vibrato or bending or what is it, pinch harmonics, whatever, anything.
Yeah.
The kitchen sink,
I mean,
whatever I can figure out.
yeah. I mean, like I said, you either have slide guitar or you don't. And I know even when you do have it, you're for a while you're not where you want to be. I'm still not where I want to be, but I guess I'm okay, right? But you go through like a phase where it's like, oh yeah, that sounds pretty good, and you replay it and you're like, no, that doesn't sound good, really.
Yeah,
The
you
way I
sound
think
like
I read
me.
this somewhere. Yeah. I think I read this somewhere where Duane Allman said when he first started playing, they were like, oh, that's Duane with the slide again. And then as time went on, obviously it became, oh, Duane with the slide again, good.
Yeah,
And it's really like that for everybody, I think. At least it was for me.
you're supposed to suck at something at first. I think that's normal. People that our
Well,
society
yeah,
our society is not like that anymore. Everyone thinks they're going to be amazing at everything at first,
yeah,
and without putting in any work, time, or effort, and then they quit right
yeah,
away if you don't see signs of success.
exactly right. Yeah.
But no, we're not quitters. We're going back to school in person. We're going to continue to play. We're going to try to continue on enjoying our lives and learning and expanding our knowledge of the Allman Brothers and Derek Trucks and Tedeschi Trucks band music and beyond. Yeah, for sure. Why don't you tell people where they can find and follow you and whatever else you want to share about the page, and I'll kind of give you the floor for the plugs and to do your thing.
Okay, well, you can follow me at All Things Allman on Instagram. And what's my personal? Autry 17 underscore.
What's that?
That's what it is, yeah. You can, on my personal, you can find me on Autry 17 underscore. What else? What else was it?
Just what's been going on with the page and the latest with the page and whatnot.
Not too much of anything. I know I wrote a paragraph lately that was pretty bomb.com.
Just continuing to put out good photos and historical stuff about Allman Brothers
Yeah.
and all things Allman Brothers, all things Allman.
I know. I missed today because today was a recording date that they captured photos at, and it was for the Ida Wild South album, and I missed it. I meant to post the photos and write a paragraph, but I don't know. I guess time got away from me, and
I need to hire someone to like do all this stuff for me too. Like to honestly, who'd be like, oh, look, this is the anniversary of the so and so thing of Tedeschi Trucks. Boom, post a thing to, and I get like a clip from they dig up a clip from my show that's related to the thing, probably because I've talked about probably everything at this point with someone. But like, I don't know. I can't afford to staff quite yet, but we'll get there. That's cool, man. You're working on a lot of things. You're getting back to school, working on the page, which a lot of people are not. All those people who did well in their online classes, are they running Instagram pages that with content and this large following? I doubt it. Everyone at your school is an influencer.
no.
He said no.
Not very many people, I don't think.
Right.
Have a page. man. So
No, you have the right
uh,
attitude about it, the entrepreneurial attitude. You have the right attitude about guitar. I like how you're sticking with it. Feelings are real. The magic is all real. Remember that, my friend. Thank you again for the time. And we'll talk more soon for sure.
yes, sir.
Oh, you got it.
Thank you for
Thank you. Later.
later.
So there you go. Episode 57 with Connor Autry. That was fun. I really appreciate Connor coming on the podcast again. And I'm going to continue to look forward to following his musical journey, both as a guitar player and as an Instagram social media page manager for all things Allman. Anyway, please go to givebutter.com/TTB to support the band and crew. And again, Tedeschi Trucks Band fans or Tedeschi Trucks Band family and friends for all the auctions and raffles and other fun ways to, also support the crew. And anyway, for now, just hope everyone is hanging in there, out there. And please check out Tedeschi Trucks Podcast on Instagram. That's at Tedeschi Trucks Podcast. And of course, remember to tap subscribe or follow on whatever platform you listen to podcasts on, iTunes, Spotify, etc., etc. Again, positive reviews on iTunes, Apple Podcasts are greatly appreciated. I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Adam Choit. TTB themselves are at TedeschiTrucksBand.com. Once again, givebutter.com/TTB to support. But I think that's about all I got for today. And again, thanks for listening. Later.